Hey guys, how's it going? David here again, and today I'm going to show you how to best optimize the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera for recording the highest quality images. It's kind of come to my attention that many people see this as a camera that only the pros or people with a lot of experience in this cinema line of cameras can really shoot well with, or that it's just not practical overall. But I'm here to show you that you can, even with little to no knowledge, just pick up this camera and just go right ahead and start shooting some awesome quality stuff once you know a little bit about, the settings to use and how it works, things like that. So I have it all rigged up here. The camera itself is housed in this little metal compartment unit right there. So that's all we're really focusing on. I'm not gonna go over everything on here, like the map box and the viewfinder and things like that. I will do a full breakdown of this camera at one point, but overall we're just diving into the settings I have it on the monitor here. So let's get right into that. So first we'll look at the camera settings here. We'll go down to ISO, and I like to keep it at 800. Unlike DSLRs, how the native ISO is 200, for the Blackmagic cameras it's actually 800. So you're getting the best dynamic range shooting at this. The blacks crush the least, so you are getting the cleanest image overall shooting at this ISO, and I honestly just always keep it at this. But you will want neutral density filters to go along if you are shooting at this ISO, so I would definitely recommend that, either using a matte box like I have, or just buying the filter ring. So we'll go down to white balance here, and as you can see, it's all set in Kelvin, but it's pretty easy to, if you think about it like this. For tungsten and night shooting situations, it's good to keep it at about 3200. Mixed lighting or neutral balance, like I have right now, 4500 is good. And then for daylight shooting situations, so when you're outside capturing shots, 5600 or something near there. And again, you can kind of bring it into the editor and use white balance and things like that. And ProRes is really good for color correction and things like that. But we'll keep it at 4500 for now and go down to shutter angle. I have it at 180. So this is just like shutter speed, except it's the angle of the shutter. And this is essentially the same as 48 would be on a DSLR. And things of that nature. I actually a lot of times just like to keep it at 172.8. I find it's just a little more accurate in terms of motion and the smoothness. And I can kind of do a quick little comparison here. So that's at 172.8, now 180. Not too noticeable, but I definitely think it does come through a little bit. So we'll go down and we'll skip audio. I'd recommend not using the Blackmagic camera at all for recording audio, even with an on-camera mic. It just doesn't have the best recording abilities. So we'll go down to the recording settings here. Format, for RAW, I would say definitely use this if you're gonna have a cinematic piece that's shorter. You definitely don't want to do long recordings with this unless if you have some huge cards. But then you can go to ProRes HQ, so this would be for a shorter cinematic piece, also 422. They're essentially the same. I haven't really noticed a difference in terms of quality, but going forward, ProRes LT. Now this will allow you to record for longer periods of time. So I definitely say for like more kind of event format shoots, this would be good. And then proxy for long form event shoots and things like that. I'll go down to dynamic range here. You can do film or video, but I always just keep it on film. Then I have the most control in the editor in terms of what I do with the colors and things like that, in terms of grading and color correction and things like that. Going down frame rate, 24 for most things that I do, pretty standard. And then display here. I have dynamic range set at video, so that's when you're monitoring the shot. You kind of see it more similarly to how it's going to look, how the finished shot's going to look. So that's definitely very informative, really good to have. Brightness, I usually just have at 100 because, well, a lot of times I'm shooting outside, I want to actually be able to see the screen, especially if I'm looking through the viewfinder, so it's always good to have. Zebra, I keep it at about 75, so that's just illuminating the parts that are overexposed in the shot with these black and white stripes, hence the name Zebra. And then we'll go down English, obviously. And then frame guides, I have it set at 2.35. So those are, that's essentially just a letterbox that I'll a lot of times put in when I make a short film and things like that. And then I have it set at a 50% opacity. So reason being, I still want to be able to see everything that's in frame, just in case I want to kind of adjust the shot in post up and down with the letterbox, or if I don't want to use one at all. That's always good. I have LCD overlay on. And then these, I don't really worry about these too much. All this is just all the screen data and things like that come up. So not gonna affect things too much. But yeah, essentially that's how to achieve the best settings for recording, optimizing the camera as best you can before you go out and shoot. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching up till now, and I hope you enjoyed that. I'd love to see the sorts of stuff you guys are shooting with your Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, so let me know in the comments below. Also, I'll be doing more videos with this camera in the future, so make sure you subscribe to stay updated for that, and I'll see you guys with my next video. Peace.